Welcome to the Daily Forkast, November 30th, 2021. I'm Angie Lau, Editor-in-Chief of Forecast News, covering all things blockchain. Well, after much debate, Korea's National Assembly has finally agreed to postpone the imposition of a tax on crypto gains. We're going to take a look at how big a deal that is for investors in the country and a whole lot more coming up. Let's get you up to speed from Asia to the world. Let's kick off with some of the top stories coming out of Asia today. First up, one of South Korea's largest banks is getting ready to invite clients into their virtual branch in the metaverse. KB Kookmin Bank says its KB Metaverse VR branch testbed will allow customers to experiment with getting their banking errands done in a metaverse branch using a virtual reality headset. Simple transactions like doing remittances can be undertaken at the personal window, while an employee avatar at the VIP lounge can help analyze risk return profiles or even design an investment portfolio. Meanwhile, if you're looking to borrow a cool $100 million to buy some crypto, HUOBI Lending says they're open for business. Launched by Hong Kong-listed HUOBI Tech, the platform allows institutions and high net worth individuals to use their existing crypto assets as collateral to buy other digital currencies. You can find those stories and a whole lot more at forecast.news. Meanwhile, interesting developments out of Korea that no doubt other democracies may be paying attention to. A victory for those who pushed to delay the crypto gains tax. Now, the ruling and opposing political parties of the country have officially agreed to postpone the start date for the new tax from 2022 to 2023. What does it mean for the country? Forecast News' Danny Park has more.
The tax plan's initial announcement earlier this year was met by a severe backlash, with investors further angered by remarks from the financial regulator at the time, saying the younger generation was headed the wrong way by investing in cryptocurrencies. The resulting online petition gained the 200,000 signatures required for the government to be obliged to respond after just 25 of the allowed 30 days. Investors in their 20s and 30s continued to voice their disapproval by submitting more petitions, leading to several lawmakers proposing a delay in implementing the tax. Local media has suggested those calls were an attempt to secure the votes of younger investors for next year's presidential election. However, while the delay in implementation was approved at the National Assembly meeting, an amendment to the tax threshold was not. Lawmaker No Eun-rae of the Democratic Party, who proposed the delay bill, says he will continue pushing on the tax threshold now there's one more year. One expert told Forecast News that while this is a good start, there are many more issues surrounding the crypto tax that need to be ironed out, including transactions that authorities are currently unable to track.
만약에 가상자산 거래소에서 거래되지 않고 이게 삐져나가가지고 P2P 거래로 다 도망가는 이런 거래들을 어떻게 잡을 수 있는가 하는 문제인데 아직까지 거기에 대한 준비가 안 돼 있단 말이죠, 가상자산이.
As other countries look to establish their own crypto tax legislation, this is one example of what can happen when investors push back. For Forecast News, I'm Danny Park.
Meanwhile, over in India, the country's first crypto unicorn is looking to launch an IPO, but it's not entirely up to them, per se. In an interview with Bloomberg, CoinDCX's co-founder Niraj Khandelwal says the company would do so as soon as legislation permits. However, with India's crypto bill still to be discussed in Parliament, a precise timeline for an IPO is kind of unclear right now. Forecast News' Monica Ghosh has more from Pune, India.
Khandelwal was optimistic over the proposed legislation, saying it will provide clarity for companies such as CoinDCX as well as investors. He went on to say that an IPO gives legitimacy to the industry, much like the Coinbase IPO earlier this year helped boost investor confidence. However, shortly after the interview, CoinDCX clarified in a statement to local media that while the company is exploring an IPO as an avenue for growth, like many startups would, there is no definitive route or clause as to when it will go public, and there are no immediate plans for the IPO. For Forecast News, I'm Monica Ghosh, Pune, India.
And that's the Daily Forecast from our vantage point right here in Asia. For more, visit forecast.news. I'm Editor-in-Chief Angie Lau. Until the next time.